Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Titok. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for coming back. And if you are new here, you're welcome. Kindly please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to cut and sew a simple trouser with an elastic waistband. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching and let's get started. So guys, I have my fabric here and it's about 2 yards. You will need about 2 yards of fabric to be able to make a trouser. And of course, for the elastic, you can use a smaller waistband or a wide one. This is the 1-inch wide elastic waistband and that's what I'm going to be using. So firstly, I'm going to go ahead and fold my fabric into two. When you fold your fabric into two, make sure to measure it to be sure of what you folded is going to be enough to give you all your measurements. So you're going to divide your hip measurement by 4 and add an extra 5 inches on the side. Once you have that, that will be enough to give you your trouser, and I have that here now. I'm going to go ahead and draw a straight line across, which is going to be the waistline. So from the waistline, I'm going to measure down to my hip measurement because this is a high-waisted trouser. Normally, my waist to hip is 9 inches, but for this one, it's a high-waisted, so I have 10 inches here. Still placing my tape on the waist, I'm going to measure down to my crotch. My waist to crotch measurement is 12 inches in this case. You can get to your crotch length by sitting on a flat surface and taking the measurement from your waist down to the top of the surface. Now, I'm not going to be taking my neckline measurement because this is going to be a free trouser. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take the length I want my trouser to be, which is 40 inches plus extra 1 inch equals to 41 inches, and I'm going to mark it here. I'm going to be using this old fabric because I don't have anything left. So I'm going to draw a straight line across this point. After doing that, you're going to come to the waistline here, and from this end here, you're going to measure your hip measurement divided by 4. My hip measurement divided by 4 is 10, but I'm going to be adding extra 1 inch for stitching allowance, equals to 11 altogether. I'm using my hip measurement on the waistline because this is going to be an elastic waist trouser, so I'm marking 11 inches on the hip line and on the crotch line as well. So whatever you mark on the waist, mark it on the hip line and mark it on the crotch line. So now I'm going to use my ruler to join all these 3 points together to give me a straight line. Now the next thing we're going to do is to come out from the crotch line so that we're able to create our curve for the crotch. So to get that, I'm just going to divide my hip measurement by 16. So 40 divided by 16 will give me 2.5 inches. So guys, from this line here, I'm going to come out by that 2.5 inches and I'm going to mark it here. So I'm going to use my curve ruler to just curve from that point into the hip line. You can also use your free hand to create the curve. After doing that, from the crotch line, I'm going to come down by 5 inches and draw a straight line across. Now this new line is going to serve as your tie line. So on the tie line, you're going to divide your tie measurement by 2. For me, it's 23 inches and that divided by 2 is 11.5 inches. I added extra 1 inch for stitching allowance just like we did on the waist area. So I'm going to connect from this point to meet the crotch line. Moving ahead, whatever measurement you take on the tie line, go ahead and take the same on the hemline. I'm doing this because it's going to be like a free palazzo trouser. After doing that, go ahead and connect the two lines together, and that's all for the drafting of the front piece of this trouser. So this is basically all. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut it out just like you see me doing. So guys, this is what I have. You can see that I have 2 pieces for the front. And I'm going to be cutting out another piece to serve as a band around the waist later. So I will use this now to cut out the back piece. So guys, for the front, just like we did in front, fold your fabric into 2 and then place the front piece on it. Make sure that the back piece is 3 inches or 4 inches wider than the front because the back of your trouser is going to be bigger than the front. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some inches to the back pattern to make it bigger than the front. So please pay attention to this. On this top line here, I'm going to come out by 1.5 inches. Now from the crotch area, I'm going to come out by 2 inches, and then from the hip line, I'm going to come out by 2 inches as well. You can use 1.5 inches if you want to. As you can see, I'm just connecting all these points together with my curve ruler just to get the back crotch. Now coming down to this thigh area, I'm going to mark the same 2 inches. Then you're going to come down to the hemline and you're going to come out by 2 inches as well. Now this is going to be his for the back of your trouser, so I'm going to go ahead and connect from the crotch all the way to the end of the pant. So guys, that's all for the drafting out of this back pattern. Now I'm going to go ahead and cut out the back piece. Now this is it for the front and the back pieces. I have 2 pieces for the front and 2 pieces for the back. Now I'm going to head over to the sewing machine and stitch this crotch area of the front and the back pieces with about 1/2 inch. After I was done stitching it down, this is what it's looking like. The next thing we're going to go ahead and do is to just place the front and the back together right side facing each other. And when you're doing this, you're going to notice that the front is smaller than the back. That's how it's going to look. So you're going to arrange them on side like this, and then you're going to go ahead and stitch it down with about 1/4 inch. I'll do the same thing on the other side as well. So guys, this is what I had after I was done stitching it down. This is what it looked like. Now the next thing we're going to go ahead and do is to stitch down the crotch area. So I'm going to stitch from this end here to the crotch and then to the other end with about 1/2 inch. So guys, this is what I had after I was done stitching it down. Trust me, this is the simplest trouser you ever make. You can see that the pant is almost ready. All we have to do now is to attach the elastic to the waist, and that's basically all. So I had to loosen one side of the waist a little bit so that we're able to place the band around. So from this opening I created here, I'm going to measure all the way around the waist, and this measurement is what I will use to cut out my band. After taking this measurement, I had about 45 inches. So I'm going to cut out a band of 45 inches long. So the band is folded into 2, and what I have here is 2 inches in a fold. The next thing I'm going to do now is to attach the band to the waist. So place them right side facing each other, and then you're going to go ahead and make a stitch all the way around. So once you are through, you're going to fold it in a little bit just for us to have a casing for your elastic. So I'm going to head over to the sewing machine now and stitch it all the way around. I'm going to be leaving about 1 inch of space or 1.5 inches of space just for me to be able to pass my elastic through this area. So guys, I folded it and you can see the space I left for my elastic casing. Now I'm going to go ahead and measure the elastic that I'm going to pass through. My normal waist is 31, but I subtract 3 inches from it and cut out the elastic with 28 inches so that it will be very firm on my waist. Now I'm going to be using my safety pin to pass the elastic through the casing until it comes out on the other side. So I'm going to head over to the sewing machine and stitch these 2 together at the end just to secure it in place. After I was done stitching it down, I'll just spread the elastic around the waist just the way you see me doing. Now I'm going to go ahead and stitch that area where we passed the elastic through. I've also gone ahead to just fold the end on the both sides. So guys, this is basically all for the making of this simple trouser. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you find this tutorial helpful in the comment section, and if you are still yet to subscribe to my channel, please hit on the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.